Today I am going to explain about the bus bar protection. First of all, what is meant by the bus bar? Okay, it is defined as a conductor or a group of conductors used for collecting the electrical power from the incoming feeders and the distributors them to outgoing feeders. Okay, it is called as the bus bars. Okay, what is meant by bus bar? It is a conductor used to collecting the electrical power from the incoming feeders to the outgoing feeders. Okay, it is a group of conductors used to collect the electrical power from the incoming feeders to the outgoing feeders is known as the bus bars. Okay, in other type, the electrical junction in which all the incoming and outgoing electric currents are meet. Okay, and another name, another purpose for that bus bar is the in that type of a bus bar, it is a electrical junction. The all incoming and outgoing electrical currents are meet in that bus bars. Okay, the bus bars collect the electrical power at one location. ఒక లొకేషన్ బస్ బార్ ఏం చేస్తుంది, పవర్ ని కలెక్ట్ చేస్తుంది. Okay, the bus bar consists the isolators and the circuit breakers. Okay, in the bus bars we are having the so many isolating switches and also the circuit breakers. Okay, if any faults in the bus bars, the circuit breaker is stripped off and faulty section of bus bar is easily disconnected from the supply. Okay, if suppose any faults are obtained in that bus bars, then automatically the circuit breakers isolate the bus bar section and it easily disconnected from the system. Okay, the bus bar is available in the shapes of a rectangular, cross section, round and many other shapes. Okay, the shapes of bus bars are available: rectangular, cross sections, rounds and many other shapes. Okay, normally we are using the rectangular bus bars. Okay, it is mostly used in the case of a power system transmission and also distribution systems. Okay, the copper and aluminum are used for manufacturing or designing the bus bars. Okay, the copper or aluminum materials are used for preparing the bus bars. Okay, so what is meant by bus bar? Bus bar is a conductor. It is used to collect the incoming feeder but to outgoing feeders. It is used to collect the power from the incoming feeder to the outgoing feeders. Okay, it is made up of copper or the aluminum materials. Okay, it is made up of copper or the aluminum materials. Okay, the bus bar is available in the shapes of a rectangulars, cross sectionals and round and different types. Normally we are using the rectangular type of bus bar systems in the case of a power system transmission and also distribution systems. Okay, the various types of bus bars arrangements in the power systems are the selection of bus bars is depending on the different factors. Okay, first of all we are taking the bus bars. Okay, that bus bars are selected depending upon the various factors. Okay, that is reliability, flexibility and cost. Okay, we are considering the how much reliable is there and how much flexibility is there, and also we observe the cost. Okay, small substation for continuity of the supply, it is not essential use the single bus bar system. Okay, but large substations, the additional bus bars are used for large substations. For large substation, the additional bus bars are used in the system, so that the interruptions does not occurs in the supply, so that the interruption does not occurs in the supply. Okay, the bus bars are classified into different types. Okay, depending upon the distribution systems, the bus bars are classified into different types. In that, first one is the single bus bar arrangement. Okay, in that name we are having the single means that we are using only one bus bar, we are using only one bus bar. Okay, depending upon the connection of that bus bars, the bus bars are classified into different types. Okay, in that, first one is the single bus bar arrangement. Okay, in that, the first one is the single bus bar arrangement. Okay, in that name itself we are having the single bus bar. Okay, first of all, what is meant by bus bar? Why you are using the bus bar? By using the bus bars, we collect the power from the incoming feeder line to the outgoing feeder lines. Okay, that is the main purpose of a bus bar. Okay, incoming feed collects the power from the incoming feeder line to the outgoing feeder line. Okay, depending upon the connection of that bus bars, or depending upon the usage of that bus bars, the bus bars are classified into some types. Okay, in that, first one is the single bus bar arrangement. Okay, first one is the single bus bar arrangement. Okay, the arrangement of such type of system is very simple. Why? Because it is very simple. In that, we are using only single bus bar. Okay, in that only we are using the one bus bar system. Okay, that's why it is very simple in construction and easy. Simple and easy. Okay, the system has only one bus bar along with the switches. Okay, in that we are using the only one bus bar. It consists of number of isolating switches and also the circuit breakers. Okay, in that it consists of number of isolating switches and also number of circuit breakers in single bus bar system. Okay. Sorry. All the substations equipments like the transformers, generators and the feeders are connected to these bus bars. Okay, in the case of a transmission system or in the case of a distribution systems, we are having the so many transformers, generators and also feeder lines. Okay, these are all the very costly equipments in the case of a power system. Okay, that all the equipments are connected to this bus bar only. Okay, that all the equipments are connected to this bus bar only. Okay, for that reason, what is meant by bus bar? It is used to collect the power from the incoming feeder to the outgoing feeder. It is a mediator in between the incoming and the outgoing feeder lines. Okay, it is a mediator in between the incoming and outgoing feeder lines. Okay, the transformers, generators and the feeders are all connected to the bus bars only. Okay, that are connected to the bus bars only. That's why, that is the main reason for we give the separate protection for that bus bars. Okay, that is the main reason for giving the separate protection for that bus bar systems. Okay, why? Because we are giving the separate protections. All the costly equipments, that is the generator and also transformer, okay, that are all connected to the bus bar systems, that are connected to these bus bar systems. Okay, that's why we give the separate protection for that bus bar system. Okay, that is the one of the major important criteria in the case of a power systems. Okay, in the case of a power system, that is the one of the major important consideration. Why? Because we are giving the separate protection for that bus bar means the all the costly equipments like transformer, generators and feeders all are connected to these bus bars only. Okay, all are connected to these bus bars only. That's why we give the separate protection for that bus bar system is the major consideration in the case of a power system. Okay, we does not give any separate protection for that bus bar means we does not give the continuity of the supply. Okay, that's why we give the separate protection for that bus bars. Okay, next coming to the advantages of a single bus bars, it has a low initial cost. Why? Because it has a low initial cost. In this system, we are using only single bus. Okay, that's why the cost of that system is very less. Initially, we are having the less, we are using the less cost. Okay, it requires less maintenance. Less maintenance means that we are using only single bus bar. If any faults are obtained in that bus bar, then in that case we are using the circuit breakers and also the isolating switches and easily disconnected from the supply. Okay, that's why it requires very less maintenance. Okay, it is simple in operation. Okay, we are using only single bus. That's why the operation of that system is also very simple. Okay, the operation of that system is also very simple. This is the bus bar arrangement. Okay, this is the bus bar arrangement. Okay, this is the schematic diagram of a single bus bar arrangement. Okay, this blue color line indicates the bus bars. Okay, this is the bus bars. This blue color line indicates the single bus bar system. Okay, this bus bar is connected by the incoming and the outgoing feeder lines. Okay, this is the feeder line 1, this is the feeder lines 2. Okay, these are the outgoing feeders and this is the incoming feeders. Okay, in between the the bus bar, input is given by the generating stations and output is given to the sum of the loads. Output is given to the sum of the loads by using the feeder lines. Okay, these are the feeder lines. Okay, this is the feeder line and this is the feeder line and this is the another feeder line. Okay, we are using the two outgoing feeder lines and only one incoming feeder line. Okay, two outgoing feeder lines and one incoming feeder line. Okay, this blue color line indicates the bus bars. This bus bar is used to collect the power from the generating station or the input feeder line to the output feeder line. Okay, these are all the output feeder lines and this is the input feeder line. Okay, in that bus bar we are connecting the so many transformers and also generators. Okay, these are the generators. Okay, so many transformers and also the generators. Okay, in that feeder lines we are using the number of circuit breakers and also the isolating switches. Okay, in that feeder line we are using the number of circuit breakers and isolating switches. Okay, for detecting the faulty conditions. Okay, for detecting the faulty conditions. Okay, this is the single bus bar arrangement. Okay, this is the single bus bar arrangement. Okay, single bus bar system means that we are using only single bus bar. Okay, we are using only one bus bar. Okay, this blue color line is the one bus bar. Okay, that bus bar is connected to the generating station, that is the input of that bus bar system, and the output of the bus bar is the sum of the loads. Okay, these are the outgoing feeder lines. These are the outgoing feeder lines. Okay, ఈ generating station నుంచి supply ని తీసుకొని, that is the incoming feeder line to the outgoing feeder line. Okay, that bus bar is used to collect the power from the incoming feeder line to the outgoing feeder lines. Okay, these are the incoming feeder lines. It collects the power from these incoming feeder lines to the outgoing feeder lines. Okay, in that feeder line we are connecting the isolating switches, circuit breakers, and also the transformers. Okay, in the incoming feeder line we are connecting the generators. Okay, this blue color indicates the generators and also circuit breakers and also isolating switches. Okay, this is the arrangement of a single bus bar system. Okay, before going to the protection of a bus bar arrangement, we discussed the what is the types of a bus bar systems. Okay, what are the types of a bus bar arrangements are there. After that we will discuss the which type of protection is used for giving the bus bars. Okay, that all will be discussed. Okay, this is the arrangement of a single bus bar systems. Okay, what are the drawbacks are there in the case of a single bus bar arrangements? Okay, what are the drawbacks? First of all, what are the advantages? It is a simple in construction and less maintenance. Okay, and less maintenance and also less initial cost and also less initial cost. Okay, that is the main advantages of a single bus bar arrangement. Next one is what is the main drawbacks are there in single bus bar systems. Okay, the only disadvantage of such type of arrangement is that the complete supply is distributed on the occurrence of a fault. Okay, suppose if any faults are obtained, in that bus bars. Okay, suppose if any faults are obtained in this bus bar are obtained at this point, automatically the overall supply system is disconnected from the input feeder line to the output feeder line. Why? Because total supply is disconnected from the input feeder line to output feeder line. Okay, in that we are using the single bus bar system. Okay, suppose if any faults are obtained at any point of that feeder line, suppose the faults will be obtained at that bus bar system, then the overall bus bar is disconnected from the supply. If overall bus bar is disconnected from the supply, there is no connection between input feeder line to the output feeder line. That's why total supply is disconnected from the system. Okay, that's why the total supply is disconnected from the system. Okay, that is the main drawback in the case of a single bus bar system. Why? Because that will be uptime. We are using only one bus bar system. We are connecting only one bus bar line from incoming feeder to the outgoing feeder line. Okay, that's why if any faults are obtained in that bus bar line, there is no connection in between the input feeder line to the output feeder line. Okay, that's why there is a discontinuity obtained when the faults are obtained in the case of a bus bars. Okay, that is the main drawback for usage of single bus bar arrangements. Okay, the arrangements provides the less flexibility and hence used in the small substations. Okay, that's why we are using these types of substations in the small substations where continuity of the supply is not essential. Okay, where the continuity of the supply is not essential, in that case we are using the single bus bar arrangement. Okay, if the continuity of the supply is essential in that particular case, this type of substation or these types of arrangements are not suitable. These types of arrangements are not suitable. So, okay, these are the main drawbacks in the case of a single bus bar arrangement. Next one is the second type of bus bar systems is the single bus bar arrangement with bus sectionalized. Okay, single bus bar arrangement with bus sectionalized. Okay, this is the bus sectionalized. We are using the single bus bar system, but in between in the middle of this bus bar system we are using the bus sectionalizers. Okay, in this type of bus bar arrangement, the circuit breaker and the isolating switches are used. Okay, at the middle of this bus bar arrangement, at the middle of this bus bar arrangement, we are using the isolating switches and also the circuit breakers. Okay, this is called as the bus sectionalized. Okay, this is called as the bus sectionalized. Okay, at the middle of this bus bar we are using the bus sectionalized. That means the isolating switches and circuit breakers are connected at the middle of this bus bars. Okay, the isolators disconnects the faulty section of the bus bars. Okay, by using these isolators it disconnected the faulty section of bus bars. Hence protect the system from the complete shutdown. Hence we protect the system from the complete shutdown. Okay, this type of arrangement uses one additional circuit breaker which does not much increase the cost of the system. Okay, this type of arrangement uses one additional circuit breaker. Extra we are using the one additional circuit breakers. Okay, this is the circuit diagram or this is the arrangement for that sectionalized single bus bar system. Okay, this is the arrangement of the sectionalized single bus bar system. Okay, this blue color line indicates the bus bar. At the middle of this bus bar we are using the sectionalizing switches. We are using the sectionalizing switches. Okay, that means extra we are using the circuit breakers and also the isolators. Okay, that means extra we are using the circuit breakers and also the isolators. Okay, this side of bus bar we are connecting the one incoming line and outgoing lines, and another side of this bus bar we are connecting the another incoming line and another outgoing lines. If suppose the fault will be uptime, if suppose the fault will be uptime at this point, if suppose the fault will be uptime at this point. Okay, in that case, this circuit breaker isolate only this faulty section, only this faulty section. Okay, the continuity of the supply is uptime in other side. Okay, it does not shut down the overall system. Only we shut down the this part of a system. Only we shut down this part of a system. Okay, suppose the fault will be uptime at this side. Okay, suppose the fault will be uptime at this side and at this point only this section is only this section is removed from the system and other is maintaining our continuity of the supply. Okay, that is the main advantage for the usage of this sectionalizing switches. Okay, that is the main advantage for the usage of sectionalization. Okay, by using this type of system we improve the continuity of the supply. Okay, by using this type of system we improve the continuity of the supply. Okay, Okay, that is the main reason for the usage of these sectionalizing switches. Okay, what is the difference between single bus bar arrangement and single bus bar with sectionalization? Means in that also we are using single bus bar, but at the middle of this bus bar we are using the sectionalization. That means extra we are using circuit breakers and also isolators. Okay, therefore the fault will be obtained at any particular point. Only that side of the bus bar will be disconnected from the supply system, and other side bus bar gives the continuity of the supply. Therefore we improve the continuity of the supply. Okay, therefore we improve the continuity of the supply. Okay, that is the main reason for the usage of single bus bar arrangement with the sectionalization. Okay, next coming to the following are the advantages of a sectionalizing bus bars. Okay, what are the main advantages are there by using these sectionalizing switches? We improve the continuity of the supply, and also the fault section is removed without affecting the continuity of the supply. There is no discontinuity of the supply. Okay, the maintenance of the individual section can be done without disturbing the supply system. Okay, the system has a current limiting reactors which decreases the occurrences of a fault, okay, that are the main advantages by using these sectionalizing bus bars. Okay, what are the main disadvantages are there in the case of a single bus bar arrangement with sectionalization? Okay, in this system uses the additional circuit breakers and isolators. Okay, by usage of these circuit breakers and the isolators, the cost of the system is somewhat increases. Okay, by usage of additional circuit breakers and the isolators. Okay, by usage of additional circuit breakers and the isolators, the cost of the system is increases. Okay, that is the main drawback in the case of a single bus bar with sectionalization. Okay, next type of the bus bar arrangement is the main and transfer bus bar. Okay, in this type of bus bar we are using the two bus bars. One bus bar acts as a main and other bus bar acts as a transfer. Okay, one bus bar acts as the main and other bus bar acts as a transfer. Why? Because we are going for this type of bus bar arrangement means that they improve the continuity of the supply. Okay, in the power system, the main basic consideration is the continuity of the supply. Okay, if we give the continuity of the supply, so many customers are attracted. Okay, that's why we improve the continuity of the supply systems. We are using the different types of bus bar arrangements. For the improving the continuity of the supply, we are using the different types of bus bar arrangements. Okay, for the different types of bus bar arrangements. Okay, in that main and the transfer bus bar arrangements. Okay, such type of arrangement uses two types of bus bars, namely main bus bar and auxiliary bus bar. Auxiliary means the transfer bus bar. Okay, in that we are using the two bus bars. One is the main bus bar, other one is the transfer or the auxiliary bus bar. Okay, the bus bar arrangement uses bus couplers. Okay, in that we are using the bus couplers. Okay, the two bus bars are combined by using these bus couplers, which connects the isolating switches and circuit breakers to the bus bar. Okay, which are connected by the isolating switches and also the circuit breakers. Okay, the bus coupler is also used for transferring the load from the one bus to the another bus. Okay, what is the main usage of this bus coupler is the transfer the load from one bus bar to the another bus bar if any faults are obtained. If any faults are obtained in any one of the bus bar, by using that bus coupler, we transfer the load from the one bus bar to the another bus bar. Okay, this is the main usage of this bus coupler. Okay, in the case of overloads also. Okay, the following are the steps for transferring the load from the one bus to the another. Okay, the potential of the both the bus bar kept same by closing the bus couplers. The potential of both the bus bars are same. Okay, while transferring the load from one bus bar to the another bus bar, we are observe the potential of the both the bus bars. Okay, that potential of the both the bus bars are kept same by closing the bus coupler. By closing the bus coupler. Okay, the bus bars on which the load is transferred is kept closest. Okay, then open the main bus bar. Thus, load is transferred from the main bus to the auxiliary bus. Main bus to the auxiliary bus. Okay, this is the schematic arrangement for the main and the transfer bus bar arrangement. Okay, this is the main bus bar system and another one is the transfer bus bar system. Okay, these two blue color lines indicates the one is the main bus bar, another one is the transfer bus bar. Okay, the main bus bar and the transfer bus bar are joined by using these bus couplers. Okay, this maroon color indicates the bus couplers. Okay, in that bus couplers we are using the circuit breakers and also isolating switches. Okay, by using these bus couplers we transfer the load from the one bus to the another bus. Okay, normal operating conditions, the main bus bar shares the overall load. Okay, suppose if any faults are obtained at the main bus bar system, in that case, by using this bus coupler, the load will be transferred to the transfer bus bar. Initially, the load is connected for both the bus bars, but under normal operating conditions, the load will be total load is shared by the main bus bar by using these switches. Okay, if any faults are obtained in the main bus bar, in that case by using these bus couplers, the load will be totally shifted to the main bus bar to the transfer bus bar. Okay, the load is totally shifted to the main bus bar to the transfer bus bar. Okay, in that case the total load is given to the transfer bus bar. Therefore, the continuity of the supply is obtained. Okay, therefore the continuity of the supply is obtained by using the main and the transfer bus bar. Okay, what are the advantages and disadvantages are there by using the main and transfer bus bar? First, coming to the advantages. Okay, the continuity of the supply remains the same even in the fault. Okay, suppose if any discontinuities are obtained in the main bus bar system, suppose if any discontinuities are obtained or any faults will be obtained in the main bus bar system, then by using these bus couplers, that load is transferred to the transfer bus bar. Okay, without disturbing the supply, Therefore, by using this transfer bus bar, continuity of the supply is obtained. Okay, therefore, by using this transfer bus bar, the continuity of the supply is obtained. Okay, this is the one of the major important advantage in the main bus bar, main and transfer bus bar system. Okay, the continuity of the supply remains the same even in the faults. If any faults are obtained, there is no discontinuity of the supply. Okay, when the fault occurs on any one of the buses, the entire load is shifted to the another bus. Suppose that for normal operating conditions, the total load is shared by the main bus bar. Okay, if any faults are obtained in the main bus bar system, therefore the total load is shifted to the main bus bar to the transfer bus bar. Okay, therefore in that case the total load is shifted from the main bus bar to the transfer bus bar. Okay, the repair and the maintenance can easily be done on the bus bar without disturbing their continuity. Okay, then the repair and maintenance can be easily obtained by shifting the loads to the main to the transfer bus bars. Okay, the maintenance cost of this arrangement is less. Why? Because the maintenance cost is less. That means we are using the two bus bar systems. Then if any faults are obtained, then automatically that loads is shifted from the main to the transfer bus bar. Okay, therefore the maintenance is also reduced. Okay, maintenance cost is also reduced. The operation is done automatically. Okay, that's why the maintenance cost is also reduced. Okay, the potential of the bus is used for the operation of the relay. Okay, therefore so the operation of that relay is depending upon the potential of the bus. Okay, depending upon the potential of the bus. Okay, the load can easily be shifted on any of the buses. Okay, the load can be easily shifted from the main bus to the transfer bus and also transfer bus to the main bus. Okay, therefore the load can be easily shifted from the main to the transfer and also transfer to the main. Okay, that are the major advantages in the case of a main and the transfer bus bar systems. Okay, next, what are the disadvantages are there in the case of a main and bus bar systems? Okay, in such type of arrangements, two bus bars are used. Okay, in this type of arrangement we are using the two bus bars. That is, first one is the main bus bar, second one is the transfer bus bars. Therefore, by usage of this main and the transfer bus bars, the cost of the arrangement is increases. Okay, which increases the cost of a system, which increases the cost. Okay, initial cost of the system by usage of main and the transfer bus bar. Okay, by usage of main and the transfer bus bar, the cost of the system is increases. Okay, next, the fault of any of the bus would causes the complete shutdown of the whole substation. Okay, the fault on any of the bus. Okay, any of the bus couplers, the fault on any of the bus coupler which causes the complete shutdown of the whole system. Okay, that means we are using the in between main and the transfer bus, we are using the some bus couplers. Okay, these are the bus couplers. Suppose if any any discontinuities are obtained in this bus coupler, or if any system will be failure in that bus coupler, therefore it does not give the continuity of the supply. Why? Because it does not give the continuity of the supply. Suppose if any discontinuity, any failures are obtained in this bus coupler system, by usage of this bus couplers only we transfer the load from the main to transfer bus. Suppose if any disturbances are obtained in these bus couplers, then there is no shifting of main to the transfer bus. Okay, in normal operating condition, total load is shared by this main bus bar. Okay, the transfer bus bar is acts as a duplicate one or the extra bus. Okay, suppose if any faults are obtained in that main bus bar, in that case only by using these bus couplers, that load is shifted to the transfer bus bar. Okay, that load is shifted to the transfer bus bar. Okay, but if any discontinuities or if any failures are obtained in these bus couplers, if any failures are obtained in these bus couplers, there is no continuity of the supply or there is no transfer of load from the main bus bar to transfer bus bar. Therefore, the continuity of the supply is disturbed in this case. The continuity of the supply is disturbed in this case. Okay, that is the major drawbacks in the case of a main and the transfer bus bars. Okay, that is the main and transfer bus bar systems. Okay, in this class we discuss about the single bus bar